Hey, g'day everyone. Welcome to Sirius Frequencies. I'm kind of not on my own today. Hang on, I'll just do some of this. Here we go. Hey, g'day everyone. Hope you had a good week. Fortnight, because I wasn't here last week. Things happened and that's the way it was. But here I am with another Sirius Frequency. Get your frequency on and turn it up high. And Polly's not here today yet, but I do have another guest that popped into the studio. And we can talk to them instead. And I'm going to let them in now. And excuse the rushed intro because I'm not good at them, but that's okay. So I hope everyone's well around the world there. And we got a friend. G'day, Donnie.
Hey.
G'day, my brother. How are you?
Hello, everyone. It's been a long time since I've been on here.
Yeah, I'm glad you dropped in. So I'll tell you what we got. No, he could be sleeping. He works very hard, that fella. But that's okay.
I thought you might be having a slag attack.
Yeah, probably. We're all here, so that's the most important thing. So I'll tell you what, we got a bit today to talk about. Got some more interesting stuff on frequencies, and different frequencies are different things, and I found something really interesting. You wait till you hear this, Donnie. And what else? We got some funny things to look at. We found some funny things and beautiful things. We're going to get into that. We'll start the show off with something beautiful. I like that way. We got some strange fruit. And yeah, I've got this little video clip on eyes, and I found it really interesting. I wanted to share it with you. And if you see anybody of these eyes, they're on a low frequency, and try to avoid them completely. So what are we going to start off with? Let's see. I'm going to save the real interesting stuff for a little while because I moved too fast. I noticed that about us Aussies, Donnie. We move.
What was that?
We move really fast with information. Like, we deliver information really fast and it makes a short show. Oh, he dropped out. You there? Yeah. You still there, bro?
Yeah, I still here.
All right. We're going to look at, we'll start off with beautiful things, and then we're going to look at some stones, crystals and that, and I found some interesting things about the frequency on stones. So we'll look at that. But first, we're going to look at some beautiful things. I should write out an intro, so it's all proper and I don't just dive into the water. But that's what I do. I'm that kind of person. What about you, bro? When you go swimming, do you just dive straight into the water or do you get in real slow?
I used to dive straight in. Now I get in really slow.
Yeah, I'm a dive straight in. Oh, you check it or first check it, right? Check it first.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got some beautiful things coming up at you here. Just to start the show with something beautiful. So there we go. And if you've watched my other shows, you've seen these because I've got a whole heap of them, and I just thought when there's something beautiful, it's always beautiful. You can look at it 100,000 times and it'll still be amazing. So here we go. I'd love a chair like that. Would you like a chair like that, bro?
Yeah. As long as you don't headbutt the beaker, you'll be right.
And then we got, imagine living in that high tide.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks good.
You fish from your lounge room window. You'd like that, bro. Then we got fences. Hey? Australia.
Right.
Yeah, we got fences everywhere. I was looking the other day, I was going for a walk. I thought, man, there's fences everywhere. It's a lot quicker if you walk from A to B this way, but you can't because there's a fence there, right? In the old days of me, when we were young, you could walk anywhere. There was not many fences. But I was looking at the fences and how ugly they were, and I thought, man, wouldn't it be beautiful if all our fences in Australia looked like something like that? Hey? It just wouldn't be so ugly.
Yeah.
All right. Look at that. Beautiful. Man, I wish I lived somewhere like that. Anyway, on we go. And that whoever made that is really, really clever.
Yeah, clever fellow, that one.
Yeah, isn't it beautiful? It even nearly looks alive. Yeah, thanks for coming, everyone, and sharing this with us today. Oh, that is amazing, man. That's on a pencil. Imagine trying to do that on a pencil.
Yeah, yeah. You wouldn't
And
even. I wouldn't even sharp.
No. We're hard up sharpening the pencil, bro. Hey, how many times you sharpen the pencil, you think it's just right, and then it snaps off because it's too much?
Yeah, do you remember them old sharpeners at school?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we sharpening right down to nothing.
Yeah, because you just keep going and you do
Yeah,
extra 2 seconds and it's like, oh, it's gone. And the teacher'd go off at you all the time for wasting the pencil. Yeah, because we never, yeah, isn't that pretty, man? We come from a world where there was no waste, or you got really wasted. And that's an elephant tooth, I think. Elephant tooth. That's beautiful. It's a whole little city inside. Look. And what amazes me, bro, is that in the old days, people could. This was the average person. Like everybody could do beautiful things. Now you look around. Hey.
yeah, it looks like a plain game to me. Most of the stuff these days.
Yeah, slap happy we call it. Just slap it up.
Yeah,
It'll do.
slap happy plain game.
Yeah. Oh, look at pretty little bat. The buildings are slap happy.
Yeah, well, look, I've seen the new buildings going up around where I are, and they look like somebody got hold of a shoebox and put windows in it and doors.
It does. Paper house. Exact, and that is the exact expression for our buildings in Australia. Oh, my mouse is moving by itself. So this week, my last time I was on, my hands were doing the wrong things, and I booted poor James out of the chat.
Yeah, I watched that a little bit last time.
I was trying to give him a wrench, and I booted him out. But this time, my mouse is moving by itself, so we'll see what's going on. How cool is that? All right.
Mate, a man there.
Yeah. That's got to be a girl frog, right? I love that picture. If only us humans could do stuff like that, eh? And get on well like that. We'd all get on, everyone would be happy. We don't have hot otters here.
Got ferrets.
Yeah, we got ferrets. Yeah, they're like water ferrets, eh? Aren't they beautiful?
Yeah.
That was the last one. Okay, so there you go. Beautiful things. So I hope everyone feels a bit happier now. Oops. There we go. I should have different screen. Like I need to. Yeah. Anyway. All right. What do we got? So there's your beautiful things for the week. Did you like that, Donnie?
Yeah, they were good.
All right. So in my little findings during the week, because I get real curious about things, I wondered what frequencies crystals and rocks vibrated on, what their frequency was. Because I was thinking, bro, during the week, I was watching a few other shows about rocks and stuff, and I wanted to jump on one show and say, hey, our old fellas use stones and they were vibrating at really high frequencies and they could actually do things, right? You know about that, hey, Donnie, how we use rock technology, I call it, rock technology. So it got me to thinking, we had rock technology. I wonder what frequency rocks are on. So I had a look, and I was going to make slides to show you all the different rocks, but I think we're all grown up enough to know what the difference is. So crystal, we all know crystal. You can make a crystal radio. Crystal runs at 432 hertz. So that's why we can make radios out of it. Then we can actually go through and have a look at some, but I've got a better thing later. What do we got? Prehistoric amber. And I've actually got a piece of prehistoric amber. I should have showed you. I'll go and get it. Can you just talk a bit about, for 2 seconds, about our rock technology, Donnie, in the old fella?
We have the lurch.
Yeah, I just need to run and go and get this prehistoric amber because it's not.
Go get it before I make a fool of myself. Go on, get it.
All right, I'll go and get it. I'll back 2 seconds, man.
You have to wait for her to come back because I'm not real good at talking, hey? Yeah. She won't be long. Hurry up, Luna.
Yeah, I'm here. I ran because I can do that now. I've been going to the gym. Oh, so much for the show preparedness, eh? Be prepared for the show. All right, so I'm just getting it out because I actually wear this, and I'm glad that it's 528. This is like 2 million years old, man. This is really, really old. Amber here, look.
In the amber, it's supposed to be wood sap, petrified wood sap.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's what I've got a few pieces of this, and this was found on a beach up north, and it was inaccessible. Yeah, the only way you could get into it is to climb down the cliff. It was one of those beaches, you know, them that are surrounded by cliff all around, and it was pristine, and there was all this laying there.
I know which ones you're talking about.
Yeah, really, 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 really old amber. So I love this. I wish you could feel it because it vibrates at 528 hertz, which is what the mother vibrates at on the 520 hertz. So that was that one. And then I thought, what's emerald? And we all know what an emerald looks like. And it actually vibrates at 136.10 hertz. Amethyst is the highest vibrating one I could find. It vibrates at 963 hertz, which is creator's stone. I call it creator's stone because that's what, you know, creator vibrates on, that and above. Yeah. So get the amethyst out, everybody. What else? Then I was looking at limestone, and they did a test on 5 materials to see what had the highest frequency. Wood had the highest natural frequency, aluminium had the lowest natural frequency, and everything else was in between. I can't read my own writing sometimes. Limestone only resonates at 35 to 45 hertz, and when it's solid, it resonates at 40 to 50 hertz. So limestone, solid limestone vibrates higher than the softer limestone. And you know what, bro? Every time I've encountered things in the bush, it's always been really limestone. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. It's like we got a limestone around this area down here.
Yeah, limestone and crystal I found.
Yeah. Because one time, well, I think over 2 million years ago, it was an inland sea.
It was.
Yeah, because you can actually find fossils. Hold on a sec. I'll see if I can find the fossil I found.
Oh, that'd be nice, yeah. I actually didn't see what they fossils vibrate at. That's what I mean. There's so much to look at. So each week I'll bring a little bit because everything in life is a frequency, man. So I just got a message from our dear Polly. He's got a power blackout, so he won't be joining us, I doubt. And for everyone in America that's with the flood and the hurricanes and that, yeah, lots of love to you. And I hope everything works out well. Oh, hang on, bro. Yeah, I'll just put you up a bit big. That's nice.
Yeah, it's a flipper.
Hang on, we'll go up. We'll go big, man. We'll go big. Oh, wow. What is it?
It's a flipper.
A flipper. Oh, yeah, like a turtle. Like a turtle flipper.
Yeah, like a turtle flipper.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
They came from around my area.
Yeah, it needs a better view of the amber there, you see.
Yeah.
So
I can't get it right.
It'd be interesting
I'll
to
tell
see.
you sideways, you can see a sediment rock.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I haven't checked out underwater stuff like frequencies of rocks that come from the sea like that. Now you're gonna leave me here by myself. Rocks and that come from the sea. Oh, what am I doing? And underwater stuff. I'll get to that because there's crystals and that under the sea as well. And I'm wondering whether the salt water, which I think would, because salt water is like a battery, part of a battery, they'd vibrate at a higher frequency. So that was real interesting what I found about the rocks. I can do a more in-depth look because I did have rose quartz, black tourmaline, milky quartz, and aquamarine. They all vibrate at a higher frequency too, but I never got right into it because I was a bit time poor. So in my looking around again, I'll go on. I found we're going to have a little discussion here, Donnie. You know, in our culture, mine and Donnie's culture, we have a thing called Didiri, okay? And it's kind of like meditation, but it's not. Hey, bro, you know Didiri?
Yeah. Pretty similar to it, but not.
Yeah, because you're awake. You don't. How can we explain it? Didiri, because you can be sitting by the river, looking at the water, listening to the birds, listening to everything with your eyes open. But it's like a meditation. Is that correct, my bro?
Yeah, give you sort of a euphoria. Is that the right word for it? Euphoria?
Yeah, it is. It does. It makes you really feel real good. And West, like society does meditation, right? They sit there and they close their eyes and they do meditation. All right. So our Didiri, it's like meditation, but you're awake, your eyes are open, and it's hard to explain. You'd have to experience it, but it's similar. But what I found, bro, is that deep meditation only resonates on 144 hertz, which is pretty low. And
Yeah.
I always thought, because we do Didiri, which raises your frequency, I always thought that meditation was for raising your frequency. But when I realised when you go into deep meditation, it's like sleeping and you're on 144 hertz, I thought, okay, I didn't know that. I thought they were doing what we were doing, but I found that interesting. Do you find that interesting? The story. I'm going to hang on. We've got a question here. Story that originated from the Pleiadians. Oh, right. We got questions about the Pleiadians. We'll answer that in a sec, okay? So, yeah, the meditation. So, Didiri is kind of the opposite to meditation then, because you get up on a high frequency and you're in this meditative state inside yourself. You know what I'm getting at, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are people. We're going to look into that. If Polly was here, me and Polly have been having this conversation for a while, meditation. And I was telling him about Didiri. But now that Donnie's here, we're talking about Didiri, and we can have that in a future show. And I need to talk. Yeah. So there you go. Deep meditation, 144 hertz. Okay. So before I get to my juicy stuff, let's go and look at something. What else have I got for you? Man, I had that many notes this week. Some weeks I got none, and other weeks I got heaps. All right. we're going to go and have a look at something, bro. What have I got for you? Let's look at the eyes. We're talking about frequency. I want you to have a look at this. I need to share my screen. Oh, hang on. I need to split my screen. Here's what I've got to do. Excuse me while I do some technical stuff that I'm not really good at. So, bro, being out in the country there, because I'm in more suburbia and Donnie's that way out in the country, it's a lot quieter. What would you say the frequency was out there on a daily basis? Nice and high?
Yeah, it's not too bad. Like certain times of the day, you could get at higher frequency, and then you can get that lower frequency. How would you put it? I think that lower frequency feel around here is man-made. Would you believe?
I do believe that, bro, because in the information after, I do believe. That's sad.
Well, yeah. But I find that the best play of time is at night, early in the morning. Would you believe somewhere about lunchtime? It's you get a higher frequency, for want of a better word.
Yeah.
But night time, I find the frequency is a bit higher.
Yeah,
Maybe
right.
because of human activity. I don't know.
Yeah, I find that too. Everyone's sleeping. Most people are sleeping, and a lot of the things have stopped. All the daily stuff has stopped. Yeah, because the information I got has got to do that. And it's funny you say it's man-made, because when you find out what I found out, we'll open our eyes. Talking about eyes, I got this thing here. They're called San Paku eyes. Just wait, and I've got to share the screen. Check this out, bro. We associate these eyes with some in Australia, someone who's had too much to drink. They're really pissed off and they're out to bash anybody and they're running around wild like rah, and they've got these eyes. Yeah, you watch, you'll see it. Hang on. Tick. Share. Here we go. Oh.
Right here in this little circular thing. What do we have for little Uzi?
It's my father, the Pale Emperor.
He is?
Listen here. At age 27, I will leave this earth for this man right here. He's the Pale Emperor. Sometimes when we touch, the honesty is too much. And
I get in trouble if I can't hear it. I'm just going to skip these. See the eyes? Betty Davis eyes? Oh. I'm going to have to just do that because they're playing music and I'm going to get into trouble. See the eyes? There's a space underneath. See the space underneath here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got to split the screen there. Can't see anything. Oh. And I don't know when I can play it. Also known, Betty Davis eyes, also known as San Paku eyes. San Paku eyes is a way in the biblical times Israel were able to determine who were the serpent race or possessed. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, see? Sorry if any of my viewers have got those eyes, but this is what it says. Betty Davis has one of the most dramatic San Paku eyes. Yes, she has. Man. There we go. Look at that. Sampiku eyes is when the host is so possessed the eyes do not touch the perimeter because they are gorged with demonic activity. See there? So there's a normal eye at the top, and it gets fuller. Yeah, I thought it was interesting because I've seen people with them eyes. Look at that. I'm going to pay more attention, but now I didn't really pay attention before.
Okay.
The only time I really see eyes like that, like I said, when the dude's drunk, pissed off, ready to punch anybody out. That's what you see in Australia, them eyes, like, and they run around drunk like this, you know. That's because they're drunk, not for normal every day. So look how many people have got these eyes. That's what surprised me. Right? And then I realised, shit, half the famous people have got these eyes.
Yeah.
What happened in your screen? And everyone knows what's going on with all the famous people at the moment. I won't get into that. All right. I think we're nearly finished. So Sampaku eyes. Oh man, my driving this truck today is not good. I'm telling you, I can't drive the truck today. Here we go. No. All right, I can't even move it forward because at the moment, hurry up. There's a bit more interesting part because it goes for 9 minutes. But there you go. Look. Yeah, even the dog's like, what's wrong with that fella? He's possessed. He's got them. Who's got them eyes? Everyone be running around looking at all their friends. Have you got them eyes? So what do you think of that, bro? Did you ever know that this was a thing?
Well, I noticed a lot of serial killers have got that type of eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I should say hello in the chat room while I'm here. So, hello, everybody. Thank you for coming. Anyway, back to Sampiku eyes. I'm terrible for chat room because you can come in, you know, because no one's here this week except for me and Donnie. So I want to say, we got King, we got Connie, we got Gabba Beast, g'day. We got Sid, Thriller James, Donnie, Joe. Who else we got? Sid, John P. Adventures, g'day. All right. Look at this guy look at this guy. He's weird. He's not on drugs. I don't think he is. He doesn't look like he is. He looks like a normal fella. But check him out. He's spinning right out. It's like what the. He's dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, check him out. Look. Oh, look, his eyes rolling. Has he got more than one lot of eyeballs? And we got more here. Whoa. So I had no idea this was a thing, you know. We all look at people and think you look different, but this was a thing. Look, stay away from these people. So there you go, people. It's called Sampaku eyes. People have known about it for a long time. It's in the Bible. Oh, the anime characters, yeah, they all got them because they make the character more, you know, fit its role. But yeah, so notice. And they always say everything's right in front of our eyes, right? Well, there it is, right in front of their eyes. And like I said, isn't it funny all the well-known people have got these eyes? You could always fake it. I think we're nearly at the end of this. Hey, animals don't have eyes like that. Celebrities will even receive plastic surgery to narrow their eyes so they can't see it and appear more trustworthy. Ooh, there you go. Wow. Hey, and people try to make their eyes big and they're missing the plot because they've got to make their eyes actually bigger like that. So there you go, people. I think we're at the end now. And the cartoons show you, but we always just thought they were cartoons and that, and comic strips, but they're telling you, okay, so I've had enough of that. There you go. What do you think of them eyes, bro?
Some are a bit dodgy.
Hey. Oops. Trying to drive. You yeah, so now you know, people. Now you know. They obviously vibrate at a different frequency to most of us. So, all right. We'll get back to the good information. All right. So while I was looking around, bro, looking at all these frequencies, I found out that volcanoes and earthquakes vibrate on a frequency of 2 to 20 hertz. Okay, it's a very low frequency. So this and in between, so every volcano and every earthquake resonates at those frequencies between 2 and 20 hertz, which is a very low frequency. And most people will agree with me that before one of these things happen, an earthquake or a volcano goes off, you can actually feel something in the air, like you can feel it, and you get this kind of there's something wrong feeling, right? You know why that is, bro? I'll tell you why that is. Well, and do you feel it like before an earthquake, even overseas, right? We don't have much earthquakes and volcanoes, but even from overseas, you can feel it. Okay, do you feel it, bro?
Occasionally, but not all the time.
Yes, depends where it is and how deep it is, I presume. So they resonate between 2 and 20 hertz. Now, on one of the other shows, we looked at love and anger and the hertz that they were their frequencies, but we didn't look at fear. So this week I went and had a look at fear, and guess what I found, bro? Fear resonates at 19 hertz, which is in between the 2 and the 20 hertz of a volcano and an earthquake. So when you're afraid, you're resonating at the same hertz as a volcano and an earthquake. There you go. Isn't that interesting? So if everyone on Earth had fear in them all at the same time, like we have experienced in the past, okay, it drops our frequencies to the same as earthquakes and volcanoes. And I was wondering that because we're connected to the mother, when our frequency drops to that frequency, are we the ones triggering off the volcanoes and the earthquakes?
We could be doing it.
And it would happen vice versa. Yeah, we could be. Because the biggest message we've had over the last few years is do not be afraid, right? And now that's why, because the frequency drops so bad, it'll destroy things at that level. Destruction level, yeah. So that was the interesting thing I found. Also, my eyes are going a bit blurry here because of the lighting. There's a volcano every week. What else did I see? So yeah, so there you go, people. Fear, volcanoes and earthquakes all live together in the same frequencies. So check your fear and when it happens. What am I looking at? The closer it gets to the surface, the higher the frequency, I think. And the Schumann resonance is 7.83 hertz. And then I wondered what it was like the higher you went. And you get to a certain altitude and there's nothing there. Did you know that, bro?
Yeah.
You get to a certain altitude and there's no hertz at all. So the ionosphere is 8 to 15 hertz, and it varies from 15 to 3 to 30. And then after that is nothing. Nothing. I just got to let my cat in. She sounds like she's dying. Hang on. All right. Here we go. So we go up in there, we get higher frequency, then you get to a point where there isn't any. And I think if you get past that, you can start getting it again, but no one goes there. No one's actually gone there to find out what it is. So, what else did I have for you on the frequencies? I think that's about it. But that was it, though. So I'm going to look more into volcanoes, earthquakes, and fear. And, yeah, just keep it. You know, g'day, Jules. How you going, girl? You can jump in and join us if you want. Hang on, I'll just drop the thing back in here. So if you want to talk about anything that we discovered so far, quite welcome to jump in. So where are we now? All right. Moving on frequency. Strange fruits are next. That's how fast I talk all that information in half an hour. All right. Let's look at some strange fruit. I've got to do some driving again. Excuse me. Strange fruit. Now, this is going to make you laugh. I've got something that'll make you laugh. When I was looking about this strange fruit, the first thing I found was this, and I just laughed my head off, and I thought I'd show it to you. When I find it. Hello, we have a visitor, my furry friend. Okay, you're on. Say hi and move along, please. Thank you. All right, share my screen. Oh, look, we've got a visitor. Hang on, we've got another visitor. Gabba Beast, how you going, bro? Welcome to the show. Another Aussie. G'day, bro.
Hey, brother. I think he's mum.
G'day, Cobber. What's up, mate? What's going on, mate?
Not much. What about yourself?
I'm gonna mute the stream.
Hey, all right.
Just was hanging out with Sid and Vic and John P and all that before. We're just chatting with the boys.
Hey.
Playing some computer games, learning about ancient history from ancient emerald tablets and Sumerian tablets and texts and ancient scrolls and original translations of the Bible from Greek and Hebrew, ancient Greek and Hebrew, and lots of little star and what do you call it? I don't know, star and alien stuff and all that stuff chucked in between.
That's interesting. And the emerald tablets was emerald. Emerald's frequency is 136.10. So I wonder if they would have known that when they made the emerald tablets.
You're going on about the rocks before I got my little rock here.
Oh, clear crystal. Cool. Hang on,
I got a quartz one.
I'll just make it big so people can see it.
That's the quartz one I got from China. Yeah. It's hard to get stuff from China. I got it with the Vogel cut.
Yep.
And it's really, really nice. I like it. It's really, really cool.
Oh, nice and clear, that one.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff from Thailand, India, and China especially like the small crystal rocks. They're all like fake. I'm trying to get some moldavite.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get some moldavite crystal.
Yep.
And every picture my friend's sending me from China, it's like, no, it's fake. I can tell it's fake. It's because it's too shiny and polished. Whereas the moldavite, where it's sort of, you get like a little cut on a little nooky cranny, that'll be like polished, and the rest is like flat matte color.
Oh yeah.
And it's the ones that are all polished and shiny all over. That's just glass that they've polished and shined all over. That's how you tell.
Yeah, you can tell they got no life force in them when they're fake, eh?
No, I don't want a piece of fake glass. So like, it's hard. Yeah, it's really, really hard to get. I might have to go to a proper crystal dealer or something.
Yeah, I noticed because I got a lot of crystals from when I was younger when they were good, before all the fake ones come out. Yeah. And I noticed the new ones today look really fake. Even I was given a ring not long ago, a sapphire ring, and I looked at the sapphire, and the color of it's not compared to the old sapphire ring I got. That's really good sapphire. It looks fake.
Yeah.
I'm looking up moldavite frequency.
Moldavite, yeah. I was looking to get some moldavite. Check it out. Something different.
What is it? Its frequency is. Bloody tell me. It won't bloody tell me. Hang on. It's not giving me no numbers. It says it's high, but it's not giving me no numbers. It says it's really good for healing that, but it's not giving me the numbers. Never mind. And we got Jules. Hey, Jules. Sorry to leave you there. I just wanted to finish that little conversation.
No, you're good. Hey,
how you going? Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
Yeah, my Jules.
Yeah, my Johnny.
All right. So crystals. I got a crystal one. It's just a clear. Hang on, I'll show you this one. I use them all the time. This is not as nice as yours, but it's just clear.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, they use a clear one. It clears your energy.
The veins
in
the
middle.
middle.
Got a vein in it, yeah.
Your vein's bigger than my one. I got a little miniature vein.
I got a clear quartz crystal, and fair dinkum, it's fractured on the inside, and it's got. When you look at it, it's a Native American man with a headdress, and it just fractured like that normally.
No way.
It's beautiful.
That's cool.
If I had a name, we were going to do a rock show, which I should have named because I'm the one that said it. I would have bought more of a display. I've got amethyst here. Before we move on, so beautiful amethyst, which vibrates at 528 hertz.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a bit dirty. Sorry.
That's really nice.
It's living in the tank here. I got a tank of rocks in my pants. And this one here. Oh, hang on. I've got a pink. Got this pink one.
Nice.
Rose quartz, where everyone knows that's for love. That's really nice to have. The lizards actually love them. The plants love them. The animals love them. The lizards love them. And you'll recognise this one, Donnie, my brother. This is slightly pink and cream quartz come out of a river. And when I got it out of I actually picked up a hunk of gold first, threw the hunk of gold over my shoulder and said, no, that's not my present. Put my hand back in the hole underwater and pulled this out and went, this is my present. Donnie and my friend freaked out, because I just threw gold over my shoulder back into the water. But this was more important. This was what the present was. It was more important. It doesn't look like much, but when you hold it and you really look at the shape of it, it kind of looks like
that one came out of the fish trap, didn't it?
Yeah, it kind of looks like a snake's head. There's the tongue. Yeah, there's the tongue. You can see the nose here, the eye. Turn it over, you can see the same. And the back is where the head was joined on. You can see how it's been kind of broken. Anyway, that's what I got. Beautiful rock there. That's more of a spiritual thing. There you go. Everyone's showing their rocks today.
Got all our rocks out. Got something else here. I don't know where I put it though.
Yeah, I've got stuff laying around all over the house. I even got normal rocks because I just like pebbles and stuff, and you know.
Got me laser pointer,
Rocks
shining to
aren't rocks.
UFOs.
Oh
Where
yeah.
is it? Yeah.
And you used to be able to bust chemtrails with them, but guess what? We haven't had here in Australia, where I live, where I right am. We haven't had chemtrails for weeks. I'm really happy about that. We've got our blue sky, real clouds, and it's been beautiful.
I look,
Have you
my crystal with the laser.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
Get the right angle. If I can get the right angle. There is it.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. There in the middle.
Sure.
Maybe you could go through there.
That's your what do
It's so bright.
The lightsaber.
My lightsaber.
All right. We're going to look at some exotic fruit. And as soon as I pull this page up, everyone's going to laugh. But this is exactly what I found. Everyone that was here with me in real life when I found it all laughed as well. But this guy lives in Queensland and he grows this fruit for a business. And he loves his fruit. And you'll see why when I just share the screen. You know how some people are just passionate about what they do? He's one of them. Yeah, he's one of them. Okay, get ready to laugh. Here we are. Oh. You see that?
Found it.
He's passionate. Is he not passionate? You know, it's funny. I know someone that looks like that.
But who eats his lunch and dinner after he cooks for the party?
Probably his wife. So this is his plantation. You can see the fruit in his basket. I hope you're laughing, Jules.
I got some more rocks too from meteorite.
I am. I mean, I was going to say something, but everybody was talking, so.
Pretty.
I mean, we are talking about twigs and berries here, right?
Yes, we are.
Showing the plastic.
All right. Oh, yeah, that's meteorite, is it?
Yeah, it's meteorite rock. I won it in a competition on Ron's show, Cosmic Neighbor.
Oh, wow, cool.
He sent it over to me from America. His little bundle of meteorite rocks. This is as close as I'm going to get to something being in space.
Yeah, true. Hang on. There you go.
Where is it? Does it focus? I've got to put it in front of my face to focus.
Yeah.
Because it's going to focus on my face all the time. If I block my face, there we go. There we go.
Oh, it's pretty.
Little meteorite rocks. These have been in space.
Oh, look at that. It's pretty. They've been up in the atmosphere.
Got to cover my face. So uncle. Everything's in reverse. You go left, it goes right. You go down, it goes up.
Yeah, I had to change mine around because I put my yarn shirt on today. And I knew that if it was mirrored, you wouldn't be able to see yarn. So, all right, back to our fruit. Where are we? Our exotic fruit. All right, so this is what it looks like. So this guy, I'm not going to read it all.
Hey, you.
Here's the fruit. And it's called, I've got to try and say this, Jaboticaba fruit. Now, the thing about this fruit is, as you notice, it grows on the bark, the trunk of the tree, and not on the leaves. So
it's a bit like a mushroom. Mushrooms grow on bark as well.
Yeah, kinda. So
it would have the similar genetics to like the bark growing mushrooms, but with the fruit element to it.
I felt it was left over from old world, like, hey. My friend actually has one, and he said they taste like a bit like plums.
Yeah.
They're like little grapes stuck on the bark. I found them fascinating. Like, how can a fruit be on the bark? We don't have that kind of thing anymore.
Mushrooms grow on the bark, but they're not part of the tree. That's actually part of the tree.
Yeah. That's the actual tree, and that's the fruit that it gives.
So that's got some really strange genetics for the photosynthesis of the tree to be actually to like grow the fruit coming out of the bark, where it usually needs a green stem with a leaf. It's got to come off a green stem. That's got to have some crazy genetics, and that will be like, if you can extract those genetics, if you can put it onto other fruit trees, you can get other fruit trees growing on the fruit on the bark, depending upon what benefits is there from fruit growing from from the bark as opposed to from the green leaves.
That's what I was wondering. Does it have more nutrition because it's on the bark and it gets the nutrition as it's going to the leaves? Does it have more medicinal factor because it's on the bark, and the bark might have,
It could grow in more arid regions, doesn't need as much water or something, because it's surviving from the bark. It's more sturdy.
I don't know. Have you seen them before, Donnie, these fruits?
No. Whereabouts are they?
I've got another piece with some, there they are again, and the fella, like his tattoos. They're quite large. Great as a hedge. There's the trees there. I've got another thing with a bit more information on it, I think. It's a tropical fruit. That's why it grows in Queensland here. So where are you, bro?
Me, I'm in New South Wales in the Southern Highlands, up in the mountains.
Oh yeah. We're all in from New South Wales, the three of us.
Yeah, so I'm like 40 minutes from Goulburn.
Oh yeah.
Over on.
Yeah, you're out closer to bro. Oh, there you are. That's a better look at them. Can you see that? It's a major circle, that one. Gee, I'd love to try one. The birds love them. All right, I think I got another. I'll just check here. Another article just to see with more information. That was more for the pictures and the laugh.
Look at his bogan haircut with the mullet out the back.
Hey.
These full housos. That's full housos.
Business in the front, party in the back.
All right. Here we are. I'll just. Yeah, he's fucking. Sorry. Yeah. He's got a black fella hat on, but look out.
Got a black fella hat on too.
Look out. He might be a native guy, we don't know. All right, so hang on. I'll just share. Where am I? Man, driving this thing. I'll stop sharing that for a second and reshare the other one that has some information. Where are we? Oh, here we are. This is off the computer because I've never seen the fruit before, so I had to go studying. I did meet. Actually, I met somebody who has the tree, and he told me about it. I rushed home and researched it, and this is what we got. And it says jabuticaba, Brazilian Portuguese, also spelled also spelled different, is the edible fruit of the Jabuticabera plinae cauliflora, or Brazilian grape tree. The purplish black white pulp fruit grows directly on the trunk of the tree, making it an example of cauliflory, whatever that is. Cauliflory must be grow on branch.
Jabu chupacabra. I just call it Jabba chupacabra.
Yeah, that sounds good. But look at that one. It's all up the main part. That's an old tree, that one there. Let's check that out. Wow. So there you go. Strange fruit. What do you think of that, people? Strange fruit.
Nice.
What was it? Cupacabra of the fruit world.
Jabba chupacabra.
Yeah. What do you think of that, Jules? We haven't heard much from you. What do you think of that, Jules? Would you like one of them trees?
I would. You know, I'm short, so I'd appreciate it being closer to the ground and on the bark.
Actually, when I saw that big tall one, I thought, how do you get that down? Yeah. You can't actually climb up the trunk to pick it off, can you? Yeah, I feel like it's left over from prehistoric world. Because you know how here in Australia we have giant ferns? They're left over from the prehistoric world. And we've got certain plants that are left over from the prehistoric world. Not far from where I live in the mountains, there's a section up in near Colo here. It was protected for a long time because all the ferns and trees there are all from the prehistoric times. And
have you heard about the tree of life that the Spanish conquistadors were looking for in Florida?
Yeah, I didn't know they were looking for it in Florida.
Yeah, because there's like Spanish forts all in Florida, and they were looking all around for it.
Near St. Augustine.
Yeah. Someone said they found the tree of life. JP, he claims he works for US Space Force, and he had to go on a mission underneath Florida, up in the north, underground, to visit the ant people. He said when he visited the ant people, they had the tree of life there. He said it was beautiful. Like they had like this. They had their own artificial lighting, like these like blue sort of crystals make a blue flame, and they had all these exotic extinct plants. And he said there was a tree of life there, and what it was it was this massive tree that had huge straws that would go down into the river, and it would suck up all the river water and water itself like a fountain.
Wow.
Because it would water itself like a fountain. 1 second. It would water itself like a fountain. All the trees underneath it, you didn't need to water them. So it was like your own personal automatic farm. Natural automatic farm. You could put all your crops underneath, have a couple trees of life next to the river, and all your crops along the river. Don't need to water nothing.
That is amazing.
He reckons he was on a mission for US Space Force, and they had to the ant people were like, oh, we want to hang out with you humans now. We want to help you out. And the ant people said they're the same ant people that the Hopi Indians talk about.
Yep.
That saved them from 2 worldwide catastrophes.
Yep.
When
I know the story of the ant people.
When the planet froze over, one of the ice ages, they steered them away from and took them to the entrance and took them underground, and they lived there for could have been hundreds of years, thousands of years, until the ice thawed back out again. Yep. And then there was another world age event, they call it, or something, where it was fire. So most likely a CME or a meteor hit the Earth and burned the whole Earth, and that was the second time they saved them, took them under, and when the disaster's gone away, they could come back out of the cave again. That's why the Hopi Indians call them the Anunnaki. I don't know if it's a reference to Anunnakis from Egypt, but Anunnaki means ant friend. These ant people are our friends because they saved us. And the ant people taught the Hopi Indians how to grow beans in the cave to survive. It's really, really interesting story. Some of these native, what do you call them? Native Americans, original Americans, Native Americans. They don't like being called Indian. Anyway,
we don't want to insult anybody. Yeah, the red fellas. Yeah.
we had that ice cream. Remember the ice cream Redskin Split?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I was telling my American friends Redskin Split. They're like, "What's that?" I go, "It's an ice cream." It used to be, "How, Chief? You like Redskin? We like Redskin. And then dance and sing.
I remember that.
Yeah. Oh, that was good ice cream.
But you got to remember, us Aussies don't have any protocol. We don't.
No protocol.
No fences, man, when it comes to stuff like that. I do. I was telling them about aero bars.
Aero bars?
Yeah. I was showing them aero bars last week. Remember, I was on Sid's show. I actually was watching Sid's show this morning before I come here. I have to say that. I dropped in to say good day. All right, what else have I got for you? I'm going to have to go soon because a lot of people here that want to make cakes and make icing, and it's going to make a big noise. We can stay, but I have to mute myself. I got something real funny for you to watch. We're going to look at that, and then we can just come back to a yarn. I'll get rid of this tropical fruit stuff. Find me funny thing. Oh, yeah, and then after that, we have got something. You know the AI where you, Sid got me interested, where you type something in and they give you a picture? We'll have a play around with that. Yeah, we'll have a play around with that. I just want to show you this funny thing, but I laughed my head off when I saw it. Baby steps. Here we are. Oh, how do I get it back to the beginning? All right, get ready to have a good laugh. And then we'll look at something interesting. And then I'll have to go probably. Oh, no, I won't go. I'll just mute myself. You can talk. All right, here we go. Ready to laugh. I found that one to be the funniest. So there you go. Was that funny?
That's hilarious.
That was funny. Here, we're back. All right. So I wanted to leave you with that funny thing. And kids do that. I've watched them. I didn't realise. I was so funny to see all kids do that. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I need to do something. I need to plug my husband's business. I'm going to do this.
Go for it.
Yeah. So this is international. So you can ring from overseas. I just got to find it 1 minute. Oh my goodness, where have I put it? What have I got? What's that? No, wrong one. Show material. Wait a minute. Bear with me, please, people. You will like what I put up. Hang on.
Is it a severed head?
No,
It's not.
It's not a severed head. Don't worry. Oh man. I'm finding all this other juicy stuff except what I want to go for. Yeah. Anyone that is efficient on the computer would look at my computer system and how I've got everything and just go, oh my Lord, how do you even know what's going on? I do somehow. All right, let's see. We've got to be serious here. I need to find this thing. I won't be able to find it. You watch. Home. What's that? Oh, I found it. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to share the screen again. All right, people, you can access this from any country. It's an overseas thing. Here we are. Can you see that? Yep, I'll just make it big. So if you would like to have a reading from my husband, Carl, you can go to the website there, spiritquesthouse.com.au. There's phone numbers there to make a booking, and you can go, if you go online, you can book yourself in. He does phone and Skype readings, and you'd be amazed about how we can help you. So that's for my husband Carl, not me, because I talk to you anyway. Yeah. So for an appointment, there's the numbers there. If you'd like a reading from a, well, I'll brag for him. He's pretty well known. He's been doing it for years and years. Used to do it on the radio in the early days, and now is all around the world. So there, ring him up, ask him about anything, and he can help you out. So there's my plug for my dear husband, Carl Jacobs, because we need a bit more business. All right. So that's that matter out of the way. What else? I think that's all I got for you. What have I got for you? That's all I got. All right. So let's just have a yarn. I'll put up a fire. I think that's all I had. Oh, this is how inefficient it was. I had 100 years of seismic activity to show you the earthquakes and the volcanoes, and how they went up and down over the last 100 years. And because they vibrate at 2 to 20 hertz and it's a low vibration of fear, you can see in the world where the fear rose up and down. But I didn't present that right, anyway. I think that's all I got. No more funnies. Got Bruce Lee playing table tennis. We can check that out. Hang on. I actually like that one. We're going to look at Bruce Lee playing table tennis. This is really old, by the way. Bless his soul. Bruce Lee playing table tennis. Hang on, I'll just share that, and then we're just going to have a yarn. And I'll put the fire up. Here we go. Well, he's got none cup. He's playing table tennis with none cup. Yeah. Hey. There you go. So what'd you think of that, eh?
It's fun.
He's a
pretty
demon
cool.
on that ping pong table.
And I'll tell you, I do a bit of martial arts, but that's how we train what's the word for it? On the technical side of training, you use them ping pong balls, aerated ping pong balls, so you get exact strikes. And when I saw that, I'm like, man, he was practicing. That was just practice for him. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd done Wing Chun Kung Fu, the what Bruce Lee was doing for like 2 years.
Oh, okay. Cool. Have you tried that? I want to try that now.
Put it this way: when this young bouncer at the local pub here, I live in the country, started picking on me for some reason, three large bouncers couldn't carry me out.
Ooh.
I told them where they're gonna go.
Yeah.
Like they said, 3 bouncers carrying me because I've been doing the gym for 4 years, 4 days a week. They're like, "We're gonna get you out of here." I'm like, "No, you're not. I'm gonna tell you when I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna walk out by myself. You won't let me leave. I'm trying to be nice here. I'm trying to be nice. Just let me leave. I don't want to argue with you. I know what I can do. I'm very strong. And look, just leave me alone. Let me leave. You're trying to be a smart ass. Go away. Let me leave. I don't want no confrontation." They wanted to be smart asses and make confrontation. And the bouncer, the young one, pushed me over. So I pull my pants out and go, just piss in my muck hole, hey? Just have a go. Everyone else has had a go in here. Why don't you just piss in my muck hole too? They looked at me like, what? The head bouncer, Rebels Bikey, who I'm very good friends with, I know very well. I know you know everyone in town when you're a good boy. He's like he looked at the bouncers and went, I'm not touching him. You cunts are nuts. He's psycho. He walked away and he's like this, on the roids and that. Sergeant Arms of the Rebels, head security. He's like, you messed with the wrong boy. He walked away and the bouncers were like, they didn't have backup then. I saw that, a big smile come on my face. Like, come on, get him out of here. I go, no, you're not. You're not getting me out of me. They couldn't get me out. They tried to push me and they couldn't push me. I'm like, I stood there going, come on, then. You just want to be smart. You want to play with me. You won't let me leave. You won't let me leave this place. I didn't want this to happen. All right, try and push me. And they're like, what? So they're trying to push me. They can't. All three of them grapple me. They can't put me in arm bars because I'm just doing Bruce Lee Wing Chun. I'm like, I'll put my hands out. I go, come on, grab my hands. Just grab them. They're like, they couldn't grab my hands and lock them or nothing. And I broke everything. And they were just like, what do we do? So we've got to get him out of here. I said, I asked you, please, can I leave? I didn't want this to happen. And like, they're trying to push me. They couldn't push me. Could not. I'm like I'm a solid tree trunk. I got huge legs. I used to leg press, 45-degree leg press, 450 kilos I got up to.
Wow.
And like, so I basically stepped them out, half step at a half step, all the way down the hallway, all the way out. Wow. And then as we got to the last corridor, I picked up the bouncer, grabbed his shirt, twisted it around my hand, and then ran with all three bouncers, threw him up against the wall, and put my elbow into his guts with three bouncers pushing me into a wall, and just like I put his guts up into his lungs, and he was hanging off the air with his legs dangling. I made him breathless, and they all let me go. And I'm like, are you going to let me walk out? Yeah. And I walked out of there by myself. They couldn't push me out. Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to tell you my stories because it's not ladylike.
I had half the football team, the Pirates there. They're like, oh, do we jump in? Do we help him? Nah, relax. I got it covered. 3 bouncers. What are you going to do?
All right. We got chats going on in the chat room. Candles aren't good for the environment.
But I'm not a violent person. I'm not a violent person. I always talk my way out of fights. I don't like to fight people because I know what I can do. But when I'm being picked on and bullied, I go psychotic and I snap. I can't control myself after that. I'm just like, you caused this by bullying me. I don't play well with bullies.
See, people, no one wants to invade Australia because this is what we're like. We're all happy go lucky. Yeah. We're all turning to something other.
When the cops come, they got to bring the SWAT team with like machine guns, full armor gear, snipers on the rooftop on the neighbor's house. It's just like, I won't let the cops in my house. I go off at them. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck off. Come to my house.
They came to my house about 6 weeks ago. Yeah. They knocked on the door and I went, can I help you? And they're like, we had a report that there were 2 men on your roof. And I looked up and I looked at them and I looked at them and I went, I think I'd know if there was 2 men on my roof. He goes, yeah, I think you would.
That's funny.
It is funny. And then I came back inside and I'm thinking, were there spirits on my roof? Oh, talking about spirits. Oh, I didn't even know if I saved this clip. I was watching this thing. This guy's in a Tesla car and he's driving through graveyard. And on the screen inside the Tesla car, people were popping up and he's looking out the window thinking he's going to run over someone and there was no one there. And he's slowly driving and he's noticing people popping up and disappearing. And then in front of him on the right, he saw a guy with a motorbike on the screen. And he looks out the window and there's no one. So he stops the car, gets out, goes to the nearest grave, and here's a graveyard with a little motorbike sitting on it. It must have been a biker's grave. And the Tesla screen is showing spirits.
No
How
way.
was that? Hey, that was amazing.
Wow.
I thought, yeah. And you think you're going to run someone over and they're not there. They've already been run over.
You got there too late.
Yeah, they're just reenacting in the moment. No. Oh, I hope the spirits found that funny. So, Donnie, we haven't heard you. You fell asleep there, bro. He's probably gone outside to do something. That's all right.
You talk to me. Yeah.
Donnie's
Come
here.
on.
You're here. All right, so the fire's on. I've got to just dip out for 2 seconds. I could put up the 5-minute break sign, but there's a lot of us here. So, yeah, keep going. Come on, Jules, we haven't heard from you. What you been doing lately?
Work.
Work, I like that.
The second part of the spiritual oddity, which is a lot of putting puzzle pieces together.
Oh, yeah.
It's doom and gloom, but I have a picture of what's on the horizon for America.
Doom and gloom. I heard a bit of that news lately from the remote viewers. It's very interesting.
I haven't even checked into remote viewers, but everything that's been going on is backed up biblically. It's backed up by mystical scholars. It's backed up by tarot readers. It's backed up by prophets. Whatever is getting ready to happen is gonna be big, and it's gonna be a shift for the good. But is it? Because
depends. If it dismantles the deep state from power, yes. If it doesn't, we're stuck on prison planet as slaves for another 1,000 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Till they try and help us again.
Exactly. But beyond that, on the flip side of that, if we do manage to overcome, I don't like what I'm seeing of Elon Musk. I'm neutral. I'm not a fangirl. I'm not against him. But I casually picked up on him talking about what he wants to do with blockchain. And I'm conflicted because I do.
What's the problem? What's the problem with that? That's what the deep state doesn't want. They don't want us to have a decentralized monetary system that they can't.
Well, not
control.
in the sense that for money, I get it. I'm for crypto. I like the idea of them not being able to tax you and doing your purchases. Just that whole blockchain where it
you control the money instead of the bank can just turn your bank account off and you're gone.
Yeah, it's that blockchain that's that first step to that X platform where all everything takes place there. Like I'm saying, I haven't even gone down
he's copying the Chinese model of WeChat. That's all he's doing. WeChat, you need WeChat on your phone. I actually got a Chinese phone with WeChat on there when I went to China. You can't buy nothing. You can't do anything without the WeChat. Everything you got to buy with WeChat.
Yeah.
And then with the social credit, the problem with that is, in China, is the social credit system. And if you say Ying Jinping looks like Winnie the Pooh,
yeah, then
they turn off your bank account and you can't buy an airline ticket, you can't buy a bus ticket, you can't go to the shop, you can't go to the taxi, you can't leave the country, you can't do anything.
Yeah, but it's the whole what they're getting ready to do with Eric Adams. I don't know if he's guilty, innocent. I'm seeing the similarities of the lawfare, but what a lot of people don't see with Eric Adams is that he's going to effectively resign. He'll be pressured to, and the guy they put in is complete socialist. And that's socialism, and that's going to destroy New York City. And if you can destroy New York City, there goes America.
I don't think Musk's trying to do a bad thing because he made Twitter free speech.
No,
Which the
I
deep
don't
state
think
doesn't want, and they had full control over. Example, when COVID came out, all the false narratives they pushed for the V and medical doctors weren't allowed to speak about medical information.
I mean,
online.
I mean, totally. I agree. He's doing good with X, but the whole Neuralink, I have neutrality.
Neuralink does sound scary, I must admit, but it would help paraplegic people. But in the wrong hands, putting a chip into your brain so you can read the internet whenever you want, like
Exactly.
that has people can abuse that.
And
Because then
people
once you've got a chip in your brain, that means you can remotely control the person's emotions, control the person, how they think,
Yep.
how they act, how they react, how they should have an opinion on something.
So, what am I doing? So here in Australia, I've thought about them things, and since I've got two Aussies on here, I don't think we'll go for any of that. Because you know how we always got under the table stuff, we rebuilt on under the table stuff. The country's built on under the table, they get rid of that. Yeah, it's going to be different. Yeah, this is what I want. Back in the old way. It's not that hard. Right now, I'm teaching my kids how to tell when food's off and not go by the date. Because Donnie, I need to ask you a question because we're the oldest here. When we were young, did they have use by dates on the products?
Use by dates?
When I was younger, there were pure out expiration dates. And then as food got modified, GMOs, somehow it became best by date.
Did we have them when we were young on our food, Donnie?
Hold on there a bit there. No, that didn't do it. Yeah, and then. That hasn't got a use by date on it. That's circa late 1960s, 70s. So it's been recent, probably around the 80s they started putting things use by date on things.
I mean, because I swear I remember having an expiration date, and then gradually over time it was phased into a best by date. But I imagine that'll last a while, seeing it's just canned water. So what you been doing lately, Donnie? I haven't heard from you in a hot minute.
Been doing a bit of teaching some mob how to do culture burn.
Cool.
Doing sides work. Been going up the bush a fair bit there, me. Just the normal, usual stuff.
I can relate.
It's been nearly 150 years, and I'm eventually, with a lot of negotiations, I'm allowed to do a culture burn next year in my little town.
Is that something you're looking forward to doing?
Yeah.
Cool. What all, if I can ask, what all goes in a burn?
Well, culture burn?
Yeah.
Well, culture burn's different to HR burn, but HR burns it's a hot burn. Ours is a cold burn. We usually do it late in the afternoons, and we do it where you don't actually burn all the bush. You got to save the trees. You got to save the little animals. and let them get away. Where HR burned, they just burned a lot.
Gotcha.
Totally different.
So
Yeah.
when you do the culture burn, is it calendar specific? Is there any kind of like equinox or planetary alignment or moon phase?
Well, basically we go on as calendar specific because certain times of the year you need that fire to go through to germinate plants.
Mm-hmm.
And certain time of year where it makes the grass grow so the animals can feed. You understand what I'm talking about there?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I have actually got a calendar here. I've got to remember where I bloody well put it, but it actually tells you what time of the year, which plants or animals that need that fire go through.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So the other thing, we just don't want another 2019 fire. That devastating. Yeah. Yeah, really bad. Yeah. You still on, Luna?
Yeah, I'm here, but you can hear the mixer in the background. And
Yeah,
I had a friend from the old days just drop in. I just had said a quick hello because I'm online.
yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying to him, all your old friends start disappearing.
Yeah. Talk about frequency.
Yeah.
There's a question I want to ask. There might be a young lady on the chat there, might help us out a bit. When they talk about Yowies and Bigfoots and Yetis and all that, when they zap you, I wonder what frequency they are using when they zap you.
Excuse the noise in the background. Now I've found out what the frequency of fear is. I would say, because some people get that dreaded feeling before they see one,
Mm-hmm.
or they smell it and they get that dread feeling. I'd say they know how to use their frequencies. Yeah, when they zap you, they'd hit you with that low frequency and it'll hit you with fear and stun you, kind of.
Yeah. Like I was told also that tigers do it, dolphins do it. There's another animal that actually does it. It zaps you. Yeah. It's always been interesting to find out what frequency is that.
Yeah, I'd say it's the fear frequency, which is below 20 hertz.
It has to be about 20 hertz.
The electric eel zaps you, and some sea creatures zap you. These tails of sea creatures, they mesmerise you.
Yeah.
And they let out a frequency. Yeah, now the noise has stopped. Thank you for that. Hey, it's really funny. We were talking about martial arts, and my visitor was from my old time friends. We're all grey and old now from the martial arts phase, but we all still do it to keep ourselves healthy. And it was just funny. We were talking about it, and then he showed up out of the blue. It was really funny. Funny. So, the frequency of, I'd say the hairy men know how to use the frequency. They haven't lost the knowledge. You remember, they have any knowledge. Yeah, we're the ones that have lost the knowledge, and we're the ones that live unnaturally.
Yeah.
But yeah, they know frequency. And I'd say because when you go invisible, you've got to have a higher frequency, right?
Yeah. Well, I know there's one incident one time, it was told me. This bloke was on the phone and his yowie yelled out at him, and he was talking to his girlfriend who was over in Western Australia, and both of them got zapped. That's true.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny. They must have been saying things they shouldn't.
Yeah.
They must have been saying things they shouldn't. I kind of missed the
Yeah.
conversation I was on, but that's all right. Sorry for dipping out on everybody like that. Yeah, and don't be fooled, the people that rule the world. Oh, that's what we're going to do. That's right. The people that rule the world know all about frequency. I was playing around before we go. We're going to have a look at this. It's a lazy Sunday here in Australia, I'll tell you. Oh, I'll better pull up a page first. Hang on. The AI. Now, here we go. Bing. Ask AI. Ask AI. This is what I want. AI generator. Where are we? I'll just skip the fire for a second. All right, everyone can see that. That's an AI generator. I was playing around with it yesterday, and some interesting things come up. Oh, go away. Let me get rid of that. There we go. So watch this. You get a picture. So we're going to put all right. Australia landscape in, it should be Australian landscape in 250 BC. We're going to generate it and see what picture comes up. Okay, where are we? Can I make it bigger? Can you see that picture?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so there's nothing really there in the background. And there's, I don't know what's in the front there. There's something in the front. So I did this yesterday, and it's giving me different pictures now. It was just something to play with. Let's see, we'll go to 300 BC. And you put anything in this, right? We're just playing now, so if you have a suggestion. Oh, there you are. We've got these funny animals. They don't even look like they belong in Australia. All right, let's go and put something else in. Oh, where's my paper? When I looked, they showed me buildings in the background. They're not going to show me now. Okay. Let's see this one. Oh, it's not going to show me. Seriously, people, I downloaded them if I can get them. When I put it in, they put buildings in the background. All right, so has anybody got anything? You want to put something in, tell me, and I'll put it in. I can put anything in, it'll generate it. Oh, I know something, look. The unseen rulers of this world. Let's see what comes up there. They're the unseen rulers of this world.
I didn't think the Anunnaki looked like that.
No. What can we put it? The unseen rulers of this world. Next to a human. Doesn't look much different. Humans are smaller.
Well, the Anunnaki were Nephilim.
Yeah. So anyone, what do you want me to put in? Let's put something in there. Give me a suggestion, somebody. No suggestions?
Australian outback in 100 years.
Oh, okay. in the future. You're going to make me club full of buildings. Oh, lucky I can spell today. Not really. All right, Australian outback, 100 years in the future. Looks exactly the same.
There's hope for you guys over there.
Hey, it looks exactly the same. Is that a good thing? Looks exactly the same.
Yowie. A yowie in the Australian outback.
Oh, what it looks like. Yeah. They all have, yeah. What does a yowie look like? Here we go. We'll tell whether it's telling bullshit or not. You looking at Donnie? It's bullshitting. Oh my goodness. It's bullshitting. It doesn't know nothing. All right, we'll do one more because it's just bullshit. Oh, it won't show you.
Oh, interesting.
Actually, that happened. I put in a question last night when I was playing around, and there was one that it wouldn't answer. And I'm thinking, system detected potentially unsafe content. Please try again or adjust the prompt. Hey, why is it unsafe?
All right, what does big feet look like?
All right. This is interesting. No, won't let you. It might be me. All right, show's over. What do they call them? Encrypted. All right, one more. Let's do it. There you go. So it won't answer certain content.
Nice. I wonder what it would say. What it would say if you asked it if Julius Caesar dressed as a nerd.
No, you got to ask it for a picture. I know. Yeah.
James has a good point. Maybe you should say Sasquatch instead of Bigfoot.
Yeah, I was gonna, but I didn't know how to spell it.
Donald Trump saving cats.
Well, there you go. Anything else, anybody? Oh, I've got one more thing now. Oh. Yeah, I think you got to say the right thing. But anyway, it's going. Oh, look, that's what we're going to look like in 100 years. Pretty nice, eh?
What does a cat alien look like?
Yeah, a cat
alien. Cat alien.
Oh, there's a platypus. A cat alien.
Yeah, cat alien.
Look at you, clever Luna, with the ad to adopt a platypus.
Yeah, I know, isn't it cool? All right, here we go. Looks the same, man. Yeah, it's got no idea.
It's hard. Yeah, I've drawn like 40,000 AI pictures, and I've only gotten like one or two made a cat alien look really good.
You know why? You know why it looks the same? Because cats are aliens. I've been saying that all my life. Cats don't come from this planet. And then you ask AI what a cat alien looks like. It looks like a cat. It's a bloody alien, see? It don't come from here. It never has. Yeah, anyway, that's my opinion. So there you are. We played around with some AI. We looked at some frequencies of rocks. We found out the frequency of fear. We looked at some strange fruit.
Do you know about the Kuris coming from Palladium?
Yeah, we come from the Pleiades. Yeah, I know.
I know. I was listening to Billy Carson. He came to Australia and hung out with the Kuris, and he said the Kuris told him that they originally came from Pallades. They were put here from the Pallades star system.
We did.
You did? That's confirmed. Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting.
We do, man. We do. We don't belong here either.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't belong here either. That's why we're custodians.
I wonder if the Kuris ever met the ant people.
I'll say so. Not allowed to say, did you?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, you go out the desert in the middle of Australia. They got these like huge ant mounds. It's like ant Hanoi. It's like an ant Hilton, 50-story Hanoi Hilton. My mum took a picture of it. Go, that's where the ant people live, Mum.
Yep. Wouldn't surprise me. They made movies of that when creatures live under the ground. They come up through them things.
Those movies still terrify me.
But I have to say, where are the actual Palladians? Are the markers for the Palladians in the sky, and they're actually somewhere else? Or are they?
One thing I notice about Pallades, because I've been sky watching for like 3-4 years, and I film a lot of photograph hundreds of UFOs. I photograph the moon also, UFOs and like what looks like buildings on the moon, and like that, the Kuris call them min lights, the orbs that fly around, those balls of light that fly around. I photograph them with like a infrared night vision camera, because I've also because the infrared, I use infrared specifically because UFOs that I don't see with my eyes, I can't see because they're invisible, cloaked. The infrared can see them. I've looked with my camera, I see a ball of light flying up, so I film it. I always take my head out to get a visual representation of distance, size, color. Is it pulsing? Is it flashing? Any shape? And then go back to filming it. And I'm like, how come I can't see that? But it's in my camera. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then when I went and do use special software and filters to analyze every single frame of the video, I use special software to try and see inside the ball of light the shape of the craft.
Yep.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's like one in a million frames. It looked like the tip of a bullet, like sort of like the shuttle from Star Trek, and it was hexagon or like pentagon on the bottom with another center pentagon center, like a port or exhaust or window or something, and it was just flying straight up. It was from in the west. So where I am, where the west is just like mountains. I live in the middle of nowhere. I'm on the highest mountain in the entire region, and west is just, there's nothing there. A couple of farms, but mainly just bush, mountains, forests, ravines. And yeah, so I got an amazing 1 in a million frame where I could see the shape and actual geometry of the space of the spacecraft. It just shot straight up and took off somewhere. So it's gone into space, basically. It's gone into space and away from our planet.
Or it's gone up and travelled a long time somewhere else.
Yeah, I've seen amazing stuff like sky watching. Like once I was photographing the planet. I can see the rings around Saturn with my camera. That's why I say I get really good. I get right up close on the moon. I was doing Mars ascension. Ascension is when the planet is closest to our Earth this time of the year. That's the best time to photograph. I was doing Mars ascension. I was setting up the tripod cameras. I looked up above my house and there was a big light, and they looked like stars. And I memorized the constellations and the stars and where they move around. So, because when you see a light, first thing you think is you think it's a star, but if you actually look at it and then look at the background stars and reference that, then you can see that it's moving because the other stars are not moving. Stars move really, really slowly. And there was a light, and I was like, 1, 2, 3 stars, and I'm like, hang on a second, there's an extra star there. That can't be right. Because I memorized where the brightest stars are. And I was looking at it. I'm like, damn, my camera's not set up yet. I'm half set up. And I'm looking at it. And it started getting smaller and smaller and smaller, split into 2 balls of light, and then to like the other side of the country or planet or whatever. And I was just like, and I've filmed UFOs that come in as a ball of light, start turning into like a tic-tac shape, and then split into 2 balls of light as they fly away. I filmed them a couple of times. My other friend who just recently passed away, sadly, Rip Bruce Ezall from Canada, he's also filmed the exact same thing where they as they fly away, they split into 2 balls of light and fly away. So I've got like confirmation from other researchers who are filming the same thing.
Once I went up to visit Donnie, and I was out in his back veranda on the phone, and I'm facing this way, and right in the corner of my eye, I could see a ring of stars, and I'm thinking while I'm talking, hang on, that's a perfect ring. And I'm saying to the person on the phone, out of the corner of my eye, I can see a UFO. It's a perfect ring in the sky. And the mistake I made was I actually turned my head, and instead of looking at it with precision, I turned my head, and as I turned my head, it was like, she's looking at us, and it turned off. And I said to Donnie, I ran in and told Donnie's like, and his son goes, yep, she saw him again, like, because they're there all the time,
The most amazing UFO I saw about 2 years ago, it's on my YouTube channel, plasma ball UFO. I was filming Jupiter North. Jupiter was coming out. I was filming with my infrared camera. I sensed something was there. And when you're in the camera, I'm not right up in it. There's a little bit of a gap. So when the UFOs flash me, I see them with my peripheral straight away. When they're flashing me when I'm filming something else. And then this big light come up above my shed, only like 1 or 2 kilometers away. It was close. Say nighttime, hard to judge distance at nighttime, 5 kilometers max, because the next town is 10 kilometers away, and it was closer than halfway. So less than 5 kilometers. I reckon about 1 to 2. And it was 30% bigger than a full moon. And it was this giant ball, orange ball.
You were going to say that?
In the center, with lightning bolts coming out from the center. Lightning bolts, not spinning, spinning, just these lightning bolts coming out, 5 or 6 of them. There was like transparent orange, bright transparent orange, and I was just like, my jaw hit the ground. I was just like, oh shit, they're coming for me, they're gonna get me. And then I laughed. It's like, that's okay, I don't care. There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, they would have come got you a long way. Oh, a similar thing, bro. I was standing in the driveway with my friend, and it was afternoon, so it was still daylight, and we're talking, and in that direction is Windsor, and there's lakes, and if you keep going, there's the Air Force place, right?
Which one?
And we're talking, and we're looking in that direction while we're talking.
Which Air Force base?
The one out Windsor way? I don't know.
Windsor. Yeah. Richmond?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. RAAF Richmond.
Yeah,
I saw a UFO out there once too.
In that direction, yeah. So we're standing there talking in the driveway, looking in that direction. All of a sudden, that big orange ball, what you described, comes up from the ground, whoop, straight up into the sky, and goes left across the countryside. And I'm standing there and I said to her, did you see that? And her mind, and this is what happens to people, right? Her mind automatically went, that was a comet or whatever, you know. And I looked at her, I went, it was giant orange ball and it came up from the ground. And she goes, oh, yeah. And then her mind proceeded to tell her that it was something else again. And I'm looking at her and I went, no, it was an orange ball that comes straight up out of the ground. And then her mind finally came to and went, yeah, it was. So anyway, that whole night I jumped on the computer and I'm tracking anomalies in Australia, trying to find if anyone saw this ball. Apparently it went all across Australia and caused electrical blackouts and that along the way.
No
So
way.
that confirms your story, seeing exactly the same thing, bro.
Came out from the ground. What was
It
around that?
Out of the ground and shot across the sky.
What's around that ground? Is there anything like there?
Well, I had a look. I got on Google Maps to see what was in the area. So between here and the Air Force place, there's lakes, and I got a feeling it come out under the ground under lakes. Yeah.
The many sightings, they come from lakes because they got their whatever they got underneath their lake going on.
The river follows the same course, and I think what they've done is panned it out to make a little lake and build underneath it, so it just splits apart. I don't know, man. All I saw was it come up straight out of the ground, went that way. It could have come from the Air Force itself, but it was big enough for us to see, and from where we were standing, it looked like a ball like that, so it would have been huge. But there were reports about it going across Australia.
Wow, amazing. I see so much stuff out here. It's just like mind-boggling. Sometimes I'll go out for 2 hours. It's hit and miss. I'll go out for 2 hours. I would not even see a satellite. Not even a satellite. I use satellite apps, and after I time sync my clocks on all my cameras to the second once a month. So then I can just put side by side the video, the timestamp, and then look at the satellite maps, go back in time, and I go, oh yeah, that's the International Space Station, that's a Starlink, whatever. Some of the stuff I see is just mind-boggling. Like a month or two ago, out in this direction, which is east, I went outside and I didn't see nothing for like 10, 15 minutes, and I was about to go inside. And I put my head against the brick wall of my house for some reason. And I was just like, look at that light in the sky. Something's telling me, look at that. I go, oh, it's Venus. Because east, Venus comes out in the east. It's the middle of winter. Venus is like already over there and it's gone down the west. I'm like, oh shit, yeah. Wait a sec. I looked more closely and that's not Venus. It's bigger than Venus. It's brighter. And Venus is it's already gone past. So it's in the northern hemisphere at this point in time in winter, and then it started like flaring up, getting bigger and brighter. They flare up, they power up. Some people call it, and it would just slowly go straight down. And I was like, oh, I got to grab my camera, ran in, grabbed the infrared camera, and I filmed it, and it did it for like 20 minutes. It would like. I don't know if it was multiple UFOs or the same UFO flying back up again and then powering on and powering up in front of me and going straight down. And I filmed it. It did it like a dozen times. And I was just like, no way, this is amazing. And I tried to judge the distance. This was like close. This had to be like 1 kilometer away from me. And so I'm like, where do I live? Look at the area, Google Earth, and I'm judging whereabouts it would be. It was like smack in the middle of my town. I'm like and there's a new estate there, and then we've got a huge oval and a park that goes up to a forest that just goes onto more forest and mountains. And I estimated it would have been around that area. So it's either visiting people in that estate, or something's in that forest that park is connected to that goes up into the mountain. And I was just like, this is amazing. Like nobody else sees it because it's like 4 o'clock in the morning and it's like about -6 degrees outside here. So like I'm the only one that sees this stuff. Yeah. But just for it to be so close and to be going straight down, I don't know if it was 12 different UFOs or just the one UFO just playing with me, or maybe it was just doing UFO business, whatever it was doing. I don't know what it was doing.
So I'm over here looking at chat, and I was going to say something, but it's a lot. I was going to type. I should say I was going to type something, but it's a lot to type. But what if we've already colonized Mars? The whole like breakaway civilization, and just this point in time where we've heard about Interscroll Lockwood and the books, the Last President, basically the book where that validates the theory that Trump is a time traveler. How ironic that at this point in history he has teamed up with Elon Musk, who in the books written by Werner von Braun, Elon is the one who colonizes Mars. So I'm just thinking, I mean, it's what if there is another timeline? What if all that is already happened in other timelines, and this is a timeline that connects other various timelines together to keep those valid?
I don't know about the timelines. That gets really into woo stuff, but like a lot of people report being in SSP programs and working on Mars. Tony Rodriguez, there's another girl that reports this. The remote viewers at Farside Institute, they remote viewed the crater on Mars that Tony Rodriguez talked about, Sirius crater, where there's the underground base that we've already colonized. And when I think about it, this is my perspective on it. When I think about it logically, we've got lots of people confirming it, more witnesses coming out going, yeah, this happened. It's the year 2024. What, you seriously think we couldn't have gone to Mars in the last 20, 30 years?
No, I mean, I seriously
think it's very, very plausible.
Yeah,
it's just secret because it's military. The military wants to control space.
I think our timeline was hijacked a long time ago because
they say we're on timeline 15 now or something.
It was laid out in the International Geophysical Year of what America would look like in the future. We would have flying cars and all this wonderful stuff. They even wrote a song about it. IGY, Donald Fagen.
Yeah. Like the time travel stuff, I think we're new to the time travel stuff, but a lot of that was supposed to be a lot of that research was supposed to have been perfected in like the Montauk project in the by 1983, the late 80s. They've been doing it for decades under Long Island, New York.
Yeah,
there's reports that the Montauk project, they sort of perfected time travel, where they could send humans back in time, and in portals, and interdimensional travel, to travel into other dimensions, which is a vortex. That's the difference between vortex and portals. They did a lot of other stuff there to do with MK Ultra stuff, mind control stuff. So like currently JP's been saying the Nordic aliens have given the US Space Force access to their time travel machines, and he said he saw the time travel machine, and he saw people coming in and back from missions doing time travel stuff. He said he was speaking to one of the military operators of the underground base there, where the Nordics are working together with Space Force, sharing the time travel technology, and he was saying that the problem with time travel is when you go backwards in time, it's not the conundrum that we get told. If you see your earlier self or your granddaughter, and then the time travel paradox, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, so it's not Back to the Future.
No. But he says the problem is when you go back in time, the problem they're having is you spend a week back in time, you age 10 years. So the missions have to be really, really short, because you're coming back. You've just aged 10 years just to spend 1 week backwards in time. That's the problem that they're having, and that they're trying to figure out and make more higher technology, and trying to, figure out a solution to the problem so that they can time travel with their operatives, and not, age 10 years for 1 week of time travel work. Basically, that's the problem they're currently trying to figure out.
I just pulled up some pictures because I wanted to tell you a story. What happens to me, I'll be inside doing my own business and something will say, quick, go out. And these are the times I took my camera. Now, this happened over a period of time. Every time they got me to run out, I'd take a photo, come back in. And what I'd see, they're like rice bubble shape, and they're blue and purple. And in this particular day,
purple's very rare. That's very rare, purple color.
Yeah,
very,
I
very
went
rare.
out there was one in the sky, and then two came, and then three came, and then the third one disappeared. It was like they were observing me, and I was observing them. So here they are. I'm going to try and zoom in as much as I can.
Yeah.
You can see them there. See that? They're blue and purple.
Oh, wow. Look at the color on them. That's amazing. That's very, very, very rare.
Right? Like a piece of rice.
Yeah.
Right? Now, they just sat in the sky, okay?
Were they sitting there just standing still, or was that them moving?
No, they were just sitting there standing still like this.
What on earth?
Now, the funny thing was, because I got the call and they said, go outside.
Show me that top one. Show me that. Scroll up to that top one. I'll grab a screen of that. I'll grab a screen shot of that. See if I can run a filter through it. See if we can see inside the light.
Yeah. So there was one, and then there were two, and then while I'm looking at them, I'm talking to them in my head.
Wow.
And the third one came and then disappeared, and them two stayed. Now, this happened over a period of weeks. Every time I got called out and took a photo, there was one of these in the sky or more, right above my house the whole time.
Oh, look at this. What have I done? I get like a triangle shape. I don't know if you want me to share screen.
Oh, no, hang on, because I've got more of these. I'm having trouble navigating.
I'm getting like maybe a large triangle shape.
Oh, right.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, wow, that's really clear. You got a really good shot. I can see it.
I've got more too.
Yeah, I can share my screen later if you want to
all right.
share
I'll show you another one.
Yeah.
I've got to try and figure this out. Hang on. How do I get this up? All right, that's that one there. There you go.
Yeah, it's like a huge triangle, and you're just seeing the light from it.
Yeah.
Like,
see how they haven't moved. Here's a better shot if I can get in close.
It looks like there's another small one in there.
Yeah, there's three. I got the shots of the two, the three, and then the two. There it is again.
I'm not seeing anything.
Oh,
I see your mouse moving.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, it's because I'm navigating.
You're just being Pobo.
It's me navigating this crappy thing here. No, that's the old one. Hang on. There you are. Can you see that now?
All I see is the old photo and your mouse moving.
Oh, right.
I think you got the wrong photo up.
What have we got now? I can't. Yeah, hang on. I might have to get it in. Oh, yeah. All right. Hang on. I've got to figure this out somehow.
Or minimize that.
How about I start again?
Start it again. I think you're sharing that picture and not sharing your window.
Yeah, I'll start again. Because it's out of my files.
Yeah.
It's out of my files.
If you just
so bear with me, everybody.
So select window 1 or 2, whatever your main window is.
Yeah, I'll get what you're saying. I've got to find it again. You know, that's the state of my files. They're terrible. All right, what was it in? No, it's not that one. I'll find it again. Saved pictures, here we are. All right, so the second one was above my house. Do that. Present, share screen. Oh man, I was just more efficient about this. Window. What the I can't get it back.
Uh-oh. I used to go present.
They don't want me to
screen,
show you. I've been sitting on this for years, man. I've never
select
showed
window,
anybody.
then I select like
Oh,
screen
I got
one
it.
or
I got
two.
it. Yeah, I got it. Now I got it. All right. Oh, damn. 1 minute. I'll just get it back. Oh, sorry. This is me driving. And we just lost him. Where'd he go? We lost Cobber Beast. Where's my file? Oh, is he back? Yeah, we lost you for a second there. Did I kick you out by accident?
Just all my cam and mic. I was like, I didn't say you could do that, computer.
All right, here we are. We're back.
Oh, look at this one.
They're
close too. Look how close they are. They're like right above your house.
Yeah,
they are so close.
They are, and they sat there. Like I said, this went over a few weeks, and I could hear them. This one's even better. Look.
Whoa, all right, stop. Get both of them. Get both of them. And
Oh,
scroll back a little bit.
Right,
yeah, get both. About there. And then move across and up a bit.
Yeah,
all right, I'll grab that. Wow, look at the colors on them. That's amazing. You know how rare it is to see purple, even purple or even blue on a UFO. Usually it's white, orange.
Green.
Then you start to get to red, green, and blue. Very rarely. Purple is just like you never hear about it. Never hear about it.
Purple, the color of royalty.
Yep, the color of royalty.
So they were watching me. I've seen the red ones. I went for a walk once.
Yeah.
And the highway's over this way, the freeway's over that way. And I went for a walk and I saw a light above the freeway. And I thought it was the traffic reporting helicopters, right? And I come around the corner to come back home, and all of a sudden that light was above me, and I went, that's no traffic reporting helicopter, because I would have heard the boom, 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 and it would have took longer to get from here to there. And then as I looked up, it was right above me.
You hear the engine.
It was right above me, this big round red light, right above me, and it was so close, it was fucking unbelievable. And I'm looking at it, and I said to it, okay, I know what you are, and you know what I am, now what? And it just shut off and went black. The sky went black.
Oh, it wanted to have a conversation with you, and you're bridging up, going, "Yeah, I know what you are. What are you? I am. Look, we're out of here. Get out of here.
Are we going to talk or what?" And it just shut itself and left. But these guys hung around for weeks.
These UFOs, they don't like any sort of negativity. You just got to be positive. You're like, "Oh, thank you for showing yourself to me." Start having a conversation with it. You got to be really, really positive. As soon as you say something negative, they just they take off.
See, these guys were different. These guys actually talked to me. And my friend who saw the orange ball, she saw me talking to him in my head. We were sitting out the back. I showed her the pictures. I said, there's one up there now. And I started talking to her in my head. She saw a blue light go from my head to them, and she actually saw the connection. When she said that, I just stopped doing it. Yeah, I stopped doing it because I'm not used to it.
No way, that's crazy. All right, I'm showing my screen. I'll show you the magic I do.
I'm going to get rid of these now.
Yep.
Where's your share screen? I can see it.
All right, that's your photo, right? The first one.
Yeah.
And you see the large triangle? The large triangle up the top?
Yeah, I can see that.
I can draw on it to emphasize it. See the triangle there?
Yep. That's amazing.
That's the craft there, I think. Now I'll go back one.
Yeah.
That's your photo, right? We got the blue, look at the purple and the blue.
Yeah.
And then when I use my magic, I just pressed the wrong button. GG's. This one. Bang. Now.
Wow.
I could probably play with it and play with the hues.
Oh yeah.
And like.
Look, it's a rock. Wow. You seeing this, Donnie?
Trying to get it to pop out, so you can see that triangle shape.
Yeah, I can see that.
Maybe if I work this one.
And they were there that frequent. I just stopped doing it because every time I went out, they were there, and it was like, okay, you know. And I tell people that in Australia it's so common we just don't bother anymore because it's all the time. So active here, it's not funny. So there's definitely something up there, and it wasn't moving; it was just sitting there. And there were two of them. They were just sitting there because I got heaps of pictures of them. And when the third one come, I've got that, and then it disappeared, and I got a picture after it. I went out in 20-minute intervals.
Yeah.
Because I thought, if it's moving, it'll be gone. I'll go out 20 minutes later and take another photo. Every time I went out there, they were just sitting there like that.
See, there's that triangle shape, and like maybe something on top of it, but I can definitely see a leading line there, and then the leading line there. Definite geometry of that triangle shape. I'll look at the other one. That's that one. And then we just get like all the energy field coming down there, like it's anti-gravity cancelling field, or
so it could just stay there.
ion field, or whatever it is with whatever power plant it has. Then we got this one again, so let's have a look at this one.
Yeah, that one was pretty clear.
The one, yeah, this
one. I'm talking to him, right? The conversation. Yeah. Oh, wow.
There we go. So we go again. We can see the shape of it up there.
Yeah.
And you see what I mean? How I do this. I do this with all my UFO. I got friends in America that skywatch and film UFOs. They send me all their stuff and like, hey, run your magic software through it. I want to see what you can find.
Wow. I got other ones, the round ball bearings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
the metal spheres. The metal spheres.
Yeah, I got heaps of them. The first time I saw them, I'll tell you the story while we're looking at this. I was on the train to visit my cousin, God bless his soul, and I was walking off I was at the train station, and the upstairs said to me, "Can you hear that plane?" I went, "Yeah." They said, "Pay attention to the plane." I'm thinking, all right. So I'm walking to her house away from the station. I got onto the main road. There's not a soul in sight. I looks up. Here's the plane that I told me to listen for, right in front of me. And behind the plane are three of them ball bearing things moving around like that behind the plane.
No way.
Right? And it was close enough for me to see. And it was that close, they looked like basketballs. Anyway, I'm looking around for someone to grab to go, "Can you see what I can see?" Realised there wasn't a soul in sight. Grabbed my phone, so I reaches down, grabs my phone. By the time I got my phone and took a photo, the plane had moved. They were onto me. They knew that I was looking at them, and they all separated and went and sat underneath the clouds. So I took photos of the clouds and come back home and looked at them. You can see the ball bearings. They look like ball bearings just sitting in the cloud and hiding.
Oh, that's
so
really cool.
They were different to these ones. These ones were really cool.
Even this bottom one has got a triangle shape to it too.
Yeah, so they're the same craft.
It's a little bit less clear. The top one, I can see a triangle there in that one. Then the energy field, light field, gravity field, whatever.
Yeah.
But this one here, so I can see there's a triangle shape in it. It's a bit more pixelated. This one's got more definition to it. This one's really, really clear. Like
cool.
that leading line there goes all the way to there. Then you got a leading line that goes all the way to there.
I probably got a better one, but I have to
look. There. Yeah.
And we're looking at like this was at least about 9-10 years ago. Maybe 8 years ago, yeah, something like that, 8 to 10 years ago. But they, like I said, they hung around for a while. We had conversations. I don't know what they were doing. It looked like they were sussing me out. When that third one come to look at me that day and then left, I realised
maybe they're part of your like star family, where you're the galaxy where your soul originally comes from. Maybe they're part of your star family, and they're coming up to check up, make sure you're all right, everything all right, what's happening.
Hey, no, maybe we need help down here.
Yeah. Maybe because they say the only difference between aliens and humans is when we come to this planet, our memories are wiped and we can't remember our past lives, our previous life, who we were, who we are.
Does that mean I'm an alien? Because I remember.
I think we're all bits and pieces of different aliens.
Yeah, I remember
and like that's like your biological your biological body's life. Then you got the your spirit, where your spirit's from, and your star family. You're connected to what part of the galaxy, where you come from, and your past lives from your spirit and all that. We come here with our memories deleted, and when an alien comes here, it has all its memories intact. Apart from that, yeah, they look different to us, but like there's no real other differences between alien and human, basically.
They look pretty much, these different ones, different kinds, but they look like us. Actually, the world's going to find out that one that they will. Anyway, they're here.
These are some of my UFOs I've been working on.
Show us, please. Yeah.
This one's a friend of mine saw these lights pulsing.
Oh, yeah.
He's from America. He just sent this to me the other day, and I was checking it out. He saw this for half an hour in the forest, and the lights are like pulsing. I got a video of it, but the video is very dark.
Looks like a spirit being.
Yeah, and like the lights are pulsing and moving. He saw that for half an hour. He got a little video. He got a couple photos, and there was a light up the top here that I was looking at. And then when I looked at that light, see how it's a triangle.
Yep.
It's actually a triangle. When I look inside the light to see what the shape is of what's making that light.
Yep.
And then what was it? What else here? Then I was looking at this because I could see like a face there, and there's like almost.
It looks like an eye.
Yeah, it looks like an eye there, then an eye there, and then like a nose ridge and a mouth and a neck. And I don't know. It's hard for me to call that because it's so dark. It could be just oversaturation of pixels because of the darkness. Yeah. I was just checking it out anyway.
Yeah, I've got pictures. I try to go with the one that's
thumbnail. That's the thumbnail from my latest video.
I'm got a pair of infrared goggles. I got this little kit with all these special things in it. They upstairs gave me a list of weird things, and on the list is the infrared goggles. Night vision and infrared.
Yeah. This one I'm pointing my laser pointer. This was on the morning, about 6 hours before I had to interview Elena Danan on my friend's show, and this turned up when I was taking the garbage out. I ran inside. All I could do was grab the phone camera and laser pointer, and I filmed it. And at the end of the video, the last 2 minutes of the video, I chased it down the road, down the driveway, up the hill, and kept filming it. It just flew like straight over my house and like left town. And in the last 2 minutes of the video, it's like all this weird sound that I didn't hear when I was filming it. But when I played it back, I'm like, where did all that strange sound and audio come from? It's like I recorded something from that UFO in audio. I can't figure out. This is the UFO sightings that shut down Chinese airport a couple of weeks ago. That's an alien from a new video I've been working on. That's in a cornfield. I've got a video of an alien and sticks his head out.
He's popping up there.
Yeah, sticks his head out in a cornfield.
Well, it looks like something similar to what I've seen.
I've been collecting stuff for ages with not thinking anyone.
There he is. There he is in the cornfield there. Like he sticks his head up, moves his head around. You can see the corn moving as he's moving around, then puts his head back down.
Yeah.
That's from my infrared camera. But when I grab frames, see how like if I go reset, see how it's like you can see it, so I see a big ball of light like that, and then there's like a shape inside, and then I start to work the filters, and you can start to see. Sometimes you can see the shape inside if you get that lucky frame. See how we can see some there. See how it got darker. See how there's like a shape inside there. But like it takes me hours and hours of going through that. Here's one that I worked with before. So it'll be a ball of light on my camera, and then you can see the different energy fields coming out from it. And then we have like this plasma. See this plasma that comes out as it comes out like that, and that will be in my videos. That will be spinning around the craft, and we basically see like this big ball of light like that.
It's funny, because spirits are like that too. They're like a little round ball of light with energy around
Here's
them.
one I was working on, and I started seeing like a cube-like shape in the middle,
The ball.
which the guy that testified in Congress, the Navy pilot, he reported that all the Navy pilots are seeing these cubes surrounded by a ball of light flying around the sky.
Jeez.
And then I'm when I'm working my filters trying to see inside the ball of light, I'm seeing
That's what
cube
it's called.
shapes coming up.
It's
That's
the ball.
because we get this hexagon.
Yeah.
We get this hexagon outer shape.
Yep.
And then if you draw a cube, the outside of the cube is a hexagon.
Yep. Yeah, I get it.
And that's the patterns I was noticing when I was examining.
Looks like the black cube.
Some of my
You know who
images.
the Borg are, don't you? From Star Trek, the Borg are biological robots.
Yeah, Borg.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Borg,
see how we're seeing this hexagon here?
Yep.
So that sort of tells me that it's probably like, some sort of a cube.
My worst nightmare, the Borg are
Cube
real.
inside. There's like a cube inside, and we're seeing that
Yeah, I can see that.
what we're seeing is like the light field, the energy field, the gravity field around the craft is like a hexagon shape, because probably that's the most efficient way to keep the gravity field around the cube shape would be a hexagon type of pattern. That one. See, that's what it looks like in my infrared camera, a big ball of light, but the frame's not very clear. And this one, go backwards a step. That's what it looks like in my infrared camera. And this one looked like another cube. So if I go backwards,
Yeah, right.
I undo my drawing. Do you see how there's a cube in the middle?
Yep.
See how that to me looks like the craft inside is a cube shaped. Yeah, see how it's like it's got all the corners, all the geometry of a cube.
Wow.
That's what I've been doing the last 3-4 years, doing all
Wow.
this sort of stuff, checking it out.
I've got lots of photos, like the ones you saw. I've got screenshots, because what I do is screenshot the countryside. And I found
This Sheila's funny. I like this Sheila, this Lunar Sheila. She's funny.
Thanks, man. I've got this one picture I'd love you to see, because what it was, there's a place called the Stone Gardens not far away, and I was checking it out for the megalithic stones.
Yep.
And as I was checking out, I can swear there's a little fucking grey alien standing there looking straight at you. I'd love to spend some time with you, bro, on another show you some of these pictures and see what you can come up with.
Sure. You got Discord?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, you can contact me on Discord anytime, because I'm a gamer. I like to stream games and stuff, and I've always got Discord on. So you message me on Discord or throw me a photo or something. Can you have a look at this? Can you run your magic software through it? See what you can see. I can check things out for you. Send it back to you.
Yeah, all right. I'll do it through Sid, because we both know Sid.
Yeah.
Because I'd love to see if this little alien thing is actually a little grey, what I'm seeing. And I go looking for the hairy man too. So if you go to always these places that have these weird shaped rocks have hairy man around them, and I've noticed others.
Little yowies.
Yeah, hairy men. Yeah, we just call them hairy men. But what I noticed too, bro, is there's these beings. All right, and all I can say is they wear blue clothes, and they've got long black hair, and they're always tied with a long thing at the back, right, like a long ponytail. And I swear, I'm looking at these pictures going, that's a fucking dude standing in the middle of nowhere in a robe with long fucking hair. And then I'm like, nah, there's nothing out there. But I need to show you these pictures, because you can tell me whether it's bullshit or not.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome, man. I'll talk to Sid, and we'll get hooked up, and I'll share some of the weird stuff that I found. I've got to dig them out because, like I said, I've had them for a long time because no one's really interested. I didn't drink anyway. But yeah, I love that. You can tell that's another. I just call them the others because there's so many different kinds. See, for me, it's not like, ooh, they just came from outer space and they're here.
Yeah.
For me, it's like, oh no, they've been here the whole time, and they come from the ground and fly around in space and then come back. That's, you know, because they've been here the whole time.
Here's another one that flew over my house.
Yeah. We're going to have to go soon because I'm over my 2-hour time limit.
Now your 2-hour time limit. All right.
Yeah.
That was another one that flew over my house.
Wow, that's really
nice.
Yeah.
And then I run the filters through it. So same photo. This is the same photo but with filters.
Yeah.
And I'll zoom in. Right, zoom right in. There's the craft inside there, and then you got the different energy fields, and then all the plasma spinning around after it. And yeah, it takes hours and hours going through a video painstakingly, looking frame by frame by frame by frame. This one's a bit better. I'll show you quickly this one. That's the same UFO that flew over my house, and like it flew over my house, and when it got to right above my house, right in the middle of my house, it turned the light off.
They knew you were looking, man. They know you're looking.
So I'm getting like interactions. So there's that one. That's what it looks like on my infrared camera.
Yeah. And
then bang, see the shape? That shape inside the middle there?
Yeah.
That's so maybe triangular type shape. Hard to tell. Yeah. Sometimes I get ultra clear 1 in a million frame where you can see all the geometry and stuff. Sometimes I don't. It's sort of
basically what we're seeing most of the time is just the energy field. You've got to actually go in to see what craft is inside that energy field.
Yeah. The energy field is like really big and it's got multiple layers.
Yeah.
And then the craft's like this little tiny thing inside.
Yeah, right.
Because they say a lot of UFO sightings are like 5 meters in diameter, less than 10 meters. The actual craft, they're really small, like a small car. From 3 meters up to like 5 meters in diameter. Even NASA, when they did the public UFO hearing, saying most UAPs are like 3 to 5 meters in diameter, and then you get the larger than that, it gets rarer.
Wow!
Like I saw something last week. I was out sky watching, and it was like a cloud, and it was like massive. Would have been like aircraft, like an aircraft carrier size. And at first I thought it was long cigar shape, but it was moving sideways. It was like white, cloudy. At first I thought it was like a couple of Starlinks coming into getting the sun reflecting as the sun's coming up, because that's how it happens at that angle. And I was waiting for the Starlinks to pop out, but then I was like, it was moving west. All 99% of satellites go east. So when I see lights going in opposite directions to east, I'm just like, that's not a satellite.
I was out in Razorback Mountain once, and during the day they said run outside, because I just go run outside, right, for all the different reasons. So runs outside, looks up at the sky, not a cloud in the sky. All that's there is what you saw, a big, long, dark, bloody
white.
shit.
It was very white. It was like bright white.
This one was dark, and it was just sitting there like a fucking cloud in the sky. But it wasn't. There were no clouds in the sky.
Yeah, there was no clouds.
Yeah, there were no clouds, and it was just sitting there above the property. And I'm looking, I went, okay, and it was a huge mother of a ship, that one.
Yeah, like I saw that, and like it went and then vanished.
Away.
I got my infrared camera. I've got my laser pointer, lined it all up. But when I looked, I couldn't see anything in the infrared camera, and I was just scratching my head, going, "I saw that. That was there. There's no clouds anywhere.
Yeah, right.
It was bright white, and
Man, I must not
I don't
get
know.
excited enough.
I haven't looked. I haven't gone back at the footage to see if I actually captured anything. It's still sitting on the memory card. I filmed that many UFOs. I just film and film and film, and then go back after a week or two and check things out. But maybe I captured something, but when I used the camera, I couldn't see nothing on the camera. Maybe if where I pointed the camera, then start doing the filter work, maybe I can make it pop out. Because I don't know. I'd have to check it out, see what I can do, see if I can work my magic there.
Yeah, I'll talk to you. We'll let these good people go. Stay where you are. Stay where you are, and I'll be on to you after we finish. You too, George. We'll let these good people go because it's just after lunch here in Australia, and I'm sure they want to go. And Uncle Donnie dropped out, obviously. Thanks for jumping in there, brother, and helping me out. Thanks for coming, Jules. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Donnie. Nice to meet you, Donnie.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging in there and watching all this interesting stuff. I have to go back and change the words now, so play to the end till we see some interesting stuff. And until next week, stay strong, stay centered. Creator loves you and love to you on this day. Keep your frequency high, and we'll see you next week with more interesting stuff, I hope. And we're going to get this fella back. We're going to get you back, bro. And we'll get because we've got some good stuff to look at. That's really interesting. So, all right, people, I'll let you out with some music. We're going to rock it out, and we'll see you all next week. I hope. There's your rock music, hang on. Hope, and yellow.
Yellow.
There we go. We'll turn it up. Sirius Frequencies, keep your frequency high, keep your heart open and your mind alive. And we'll see you next week.